Actual and Factual, to our first episode. I'm so excited. So to the left, we have the one and only Miss Uniquely Designed as Key. And then to my right, we have the wonderful, beautiful Miss Neecie. Hey, y'all. I'm so happy to be doing this with y'all. I just want to start off by saying I am honored to be working with these ladies. I just met her. I just met her, and it's like
awesome.
This. Perfect. So representing all the way from New Jersey, we have the wonderful, beautiful Miss Steph. And representing all the way from Canada, we have the beautiful Lex. Okay, so today's episode is called What You Want to Know When Us Girls Get to Know Each Other Better by Asking Some Questions. So, you want to go first? Who want to go first?
Well, am I to answer the question that was asked to me?
Well, yeah, everybody have their own. Okay, so everybody have their own questions, and we're gonna ask something that we want to know about the other ladies. So I'll go first. Okay, so I'll go first by asking my questions. So my first question is: at what age did you find yourself as a woman? When did you know who you were as a woman?
Who is that towards? Me?
Everybody.
Okay, well, in 2008 is when I knew who I was, literally. September the 7th, 2008.
You know the day?
Yes, exactly.
Neecie, girl, you knew what type of woman you was on September the 7th in 2008? Honey, that's my birthday. Girl, are you a Virgo? Huh? Really?
Exactly. I know the date.
What?
Yes. Believe it or not, 2008,
Who is that
September
woman?
the 7th. This woman was a trapped little girl in a woman's body.
Okay.
So when I sat at Houston Intercontinental Airport on that plane to leave the United States, a light came on. Click, just came on. And I just knew then who I was, where I was going, what I wanted, things that I needed to change as a woman, as a mother, a single mother. I knew then. It's like it was an escape method for me.
To leave?
To actually leave, to try to get it right.
So you had to leave to find yourself?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I had to be able to go because at some point in your life, you have to be able to find the root cause in your life. And that was the root cause for me. I had to get away from all the problems to be able to fix what I needed to fix. I was too close to my problems. I needed to back up, back away. Because sometimes we can be too close to see what the problem is.
Right.
So with me being away, that's when I actually just really became a woman to know what I wanted,
okay,
who
so
I was.
I kind of understand that question better then. For me, it would have to be April the 24th of 2004.
Mm-hmm.
When I had my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
My son ended up coming to move with me because he had been staying with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I think after the whole time I was pregnant with her, I was in a state of depression.
Mm-hmm.
But that was simply because I had just lost 2 children.
Right.
And then to find out you're pregnant a couple of days after you lose 2 children, that
Yeah.
kind of does
Like
something to
that too. Mm-hmm.
And then the fact that at that time I didn't want to be pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to have an abortion. I didn't want to have no more children. I didn't want to deal with no children. I didn't want to have no children. Because I was hurt. I was in a depression state.
Still angry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when I felt her kick, I kind of jumped into motherhood, but not necessarily womanhood.
Right.
But once I had her, it was like, okay, it's
Instant.
go time. It's go time. I'm her mom, and then I have this other child, my son, who's depending on me to do everything and be everything. And I can't be that little girl and play around like I was playing at
Before.
Found myself and realized the woman that I am within the last 3 years. And I completely agree with Neecie that something has to happen in your life to really kind of wake you up. And that's exactly what happened for me. I was so lost, just emotionally, spiritually, everything. I was going through a really rough time in my marriage and in life in general. Years and years of horrible self-esteem. And finally, I woke up one day and was like, I'm ready to start living. Because up until then, I was never really living. I was just existing and just going through the motions of life. Yeah, I would have some moments where I was like happy and things like that, but I never was really ever living. So I recommitted my life to Christ and was like, you know what? From this day on, I am going to be happy for me. F what everyone else thinks, because this is my life. This is my happiness. I'm in control of it. No one else is. If I don't do things for myself, if I don't make things and make changes to make myself happy, I'm gonna keep living this life that is unfulfilling. And so I really just embraced who I was, embraced my past, embraced the things that had happened to me, the things that I've done, and just said, you know what? That's what makes me me. That's what makes the woman that's talking to y'all today. And I'm beautiful. So yeah, it may have taken, you know, 20 something years to get here, but now that I'm here, everything was worth it. Our past makes us who we are, but it doesn't define who we are. Remember that.
Probably the day that I realized that I was going to be a mother in 6 months, okay? I've always been a responsible woman, and I've gotten in trouble and I've done dumb shit too. However, I took being a parent very serious, and from the moment I found out that I was about to give life, that's when my life turned around for me. Now, I can say my womanhood step happened in phases, and it's like I just got a little bit more of a piece of who that woman I was becoming. I got it in stages. I didn't just get it all at once. It wasn't like all of a sudden a light bulb went off for me. It wasn't like that. It started with the pregnancy with Jasmine, then me becoming someone's wife, and then me moving out of my mother's home. I moved out of my mother's home in December of 1994, and it was a dramatic move for me. I went from Miami, Florida to Hawaii, Schofield Barracks, Hawaii, and all of a sudden it was like life was new and life was different for me. I was a military wife. I was Jasmine's mother. I was somewhere foreign, and I didn't know a soul. And basically, I had to figure it out on my own. Yes, I could call my mom, I could call my father-in-law and stuff like that and ask questions. But for the most part, my husband was deployed a lot when we first got to Hawaii. So I had to do a lot of figuring out for myself. And I'm definitely not afraid of a challenge. However, I just felt like I had no one else to depend on but myself. So if I was gonna fail, only person that I could blame was myself. I definitely think the next stage of me stepping into my womanhood was the age of 38. Here it was, I have had a career for 18 years, and all of a sudden I didn't have that anymore. And it wasn't because I lost my job or anything like that. It was just the first time that we've relocated and moved. My job couldn't follow me. Therefore, I had a lot of time to think, and God blessed me with that time because He knew I needed it. And finally, everything just started coming together for me when it came to me starting my own business. So I can honestly say my womanhood definitely happened in phases. I didn't get it all at once. However, I got it now. I got it now, and I am happy, and I'm loving on who Stephanie really is.
Answer my own
questions. What did you find out?
Let me tell you. No, I'm just kidding. I found out who I was in 2009, March of 2009, I found out who I was. I was in this relationship for 3 going on 4 years. Everything was around, above, under, on the side. Everything that I did was about him. Even though I had children, my first priority were my children. But even though as I'm taking care of my children, I'm still worried or wondering if he happy. Am I gonna do something to make him mad? Because I never knew, exactly what was gonna tick him. So in March, we ended our relationship. I had my son January 29th. That's when I had him. February, we were still conversating, but at the end of February, that's when it was like it's done. I started working. I had my own place. When I got my first paycheck and I paid my rent, I was like, you know what? I don't need him. He not taking care of me. He not taking care of my kids. I got this. I'm a provider because I have to take care of my children.
You was owning it.
So being that I was finally on my own by myself and I had time to sit, think, and process everything going on around me, that's when I found out who I was as a woman. So, yeah. Okie dokie. Question number 2. What is one thing that you will not film or put on camera?
Sex.
That's it.
He said sex. I mean, on that topic of sex on camera, I am not saying I have, and I am not saying that I haven't recorded my husband and I's special time, but I'm just saying that if I had ever, that we would probably look back and enjoy a little bit, but it's not something that would stay, and it's definitely never something that should be seen by anyone besides my 2 eyes and his 2 eyes, and that's it. But I agree. I like to see what I got going on, see how I look, Just, I'm just saying.
What about you?
I wouldn't put sex on the camera. I wouldn't. I mean, that's something that's just sacred between me and my husband.
What if y'all want to record y'all?
I wouldn't even do that either, because I have seen things just spiral out of control when 2 people separate and then they go out of spitefulness and they air that stuff and possibly making money with that, and I can't be a product of that.
Exactly.
I can't, because we all have a level of integrity. I have standards, and that's just one of them. I'm not willing to.
So you don't record either?
We're going to record it, but we're going to delete it after we look at it.
Well, I'm different because I record. We can keep that recording forever. Now, if something was to happen and somebody was to post it accidentally, then then I can't control that.
But see,
So-
here's the
So,
thing.
but all your booty cheeks and all your breastises and all that is gonna be
Out.
open
Right.
to nation.
And not
to
even
the nation.
But not,
even
that. Okay, let's say y'all break up today, tomorrow. Who gonna get the tape? Who gonna get the tape? Because he gonna want the tape, and you gonna want the tape, and you ain't gonna want him to have
Honey,
the
that's
tape.
gonna be
But what if you
worldwide.
can't-
It's not gonna matter who has it.
What
'cause
if
it's
you
gonna be
can't
worldwide.
get it? What if you cannot get it from this? Just like to say my ex. If we was to record on his phone, he was psycho freaky Jason. What if I cannot get it?
We're gonna delete it after we look at it.
I don't think it's necessary.
Right after
What are
we
you
look
trying
at
to
it.
prove? What are you
I'm not
trying to
saying that
prove?
I would post it. I'm just saying in some situations, like these young girls now, they're being recorded and they're being posted, and they don't know because they probably trust these people. But sometimes you can't, you can't control that.
Now, when we
saying that-
say film on camera, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to post it anywhere.
Right.
That means you could be in the privacy of your own home. It's just you and your mate. But still,
Right.
we going to delete it after we watch it. I just want to see what I look like when I'm doing what I do. And after that, we don't need to know no more.
Well, I don't
We
need to
know.
see because I already know, because through the moans and the groans,
Oh,
I know how it's going down and how it's going to end up.
I got to see
Because,
how it look.
when it's all said and done, both of you going to be like this here.
Sleep.
film was what's going on between me and my children. I'm very protective over my children.
Exactly.
I do understand that people, you know, they vlog and they have you know, their children on camera.
Me.
I can understand that, but you don't want to post everything. Like, as far as me disciplining my children, I believe in a firm hand. That's not y'all business. As far as what me and my husband is arguing about, or, you know, what's going on, that's not y'all business. So it's like, those are like two major things that I would not post, because at the end of the day, I have to, this is my family. I'm going to be with this man, and I don't need nobody coming for us or our situation. Because
you already got to worry about people coming for you anyway when you do a vlog. So when you show a vlog of you disciplining your children, because if you come for me,
you better be prepared. Just be prepared.
I blow through cities and shut them down. So,
Okay, Nikki, I agree with you about, you know, putting your children out there. I do agree with that. And I am a daily vlogger. And this is the only part that I'm going to say is different. I would never discipline in a physical form on camera. Okay? Because sometimes, you know, you gotta get them, okay? I would never ever do that to my daughter, because I only have one now that I still discipline. However, when it comes to talking to her or anything like that, if you catch me in the moment, it's just going to be caught in the moment. And if I feel like it's something that's not going to make her feel embarrassed or anything like that, I'm not going to put it out there like that. And you're absolutely right. You do have to be careful about what you put on the internet, such as I would never film me going to my daughter's school and actually like showing what school she goes to. I would never film like things that are like a direct giveaway to like where I live and stuff, because God knows I don't need a stalker walking up to my house, okay? There's just certain things that you just don't film. And we've had people ask us on vlogs, on our family vlogs, on my daughter's channel, they've asked Jasmine, like, where does she work, what mall she work at, asked, like, you know, where we live, and, excuse me, hello, ain't nobody answering them questions for y'all. I'm friendly, but I ain't that damn friendly, okay? And back to the disciplining your children. I had somebody come for me once on YouTube, and you know, their thing was, oh, you know, Jada is not going to like you and she's gonna go far, far away from you when she gets older, blah, blah, blah.
Chabu, I had to check this person. I mean, I made a special video just for them so I could check them, because I had to tell them, you know what, YouTube ain't raising my children, okay? You're not. And yeah, you may have an opinion, but keep that shit over there, because I'm not trying to hear all of that. When you come for me or come for mine, yeah, I'm gonna check you. So you might want to keep your little comments and your opinions to yourself, because homie don't play that. I'm with you, Neecie. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. You feel?
The main thing that I wouldn't film and put on camera, being a vlogger, would be things that are going on between my husband and I, as far as, you know, if we're having issues. Because yeah, like all you said, there are just people that are waiting to like jump on and exploit your weaknesses and issues in your marriage or your relationship, and they always got something to say. So to me, you know, what we deal with, everything like that, we deal with that ourselves. So nobody needs to be involved in that. Probably when I have kids, I wouldn't necessarily, you know, vlog or film me disciplining them, just because, again, everyone disciplines differently, and it's, from what I gather, seeing like my friends and my family, it's hard enough being a parent, let alone having someone tell you how to parent your child. Because if someone tries
to tell me how to parent my child, Lord help them, because I would snatch their entire life from their body, because no.
Lie you have ever heard about yourself and speak your truth on it.
She ugly.
Hair flip.
Where?
You crazy. You said the biggest lie you ever heard. Somebody told you ugly. Girl, is they blind? Is they Rachel all the time? Child, boo.
Where? What are those?
What are those?
The biggest lie that someone has said about me
that you've ever heard
that
about
I've
yourself.
ever heard.
And you was appalled when you heard it because you knew deep down in your soul that it was just not true. That they, at that point of time, were not seeing things correctly.
Oh, that I kidnapped my own child. Oh, wow. Definitely.
The one you birthed it.
True. The child that
Came
I birthed
out of her poom poom.
came out of my vajayjay.
Because you had carried it
The biggest
for 9
lie.
months.
That is the biggest lie, that I kidnapped my own child.
Let's not get it wrong. People kidnap
Their
children.
Mm-hmm.
Some parents don't have custody. If you ain't been through the courts and stuff like that,
That's
then,
only half your baby.
hey, it's all about a custody issue. If you've been to court and that judge say only you have the custody, then it's a problem.
Okay, so when I had my children, I said when I had my children, I was not going to hold my kids hostage in reference to knowing who their father would be. So, with that being said, I allowed my daughter to live with her grandmother so they could bond. That's something that I've never ever experienced, and I felt like that would be something good for my child. So, being that I lived right next door, I'm saying to myself, can't be no harm, because I'm right there. So I allowed that for years and years to go on. And when I found out that the grandmother was married to a man who had sexually molested the grandmother's niece, I said, ain't no way in hell I'm going to let my child stay there.
That's right.
So then all of a sudden I become the bad person. I'm the bad mommy because I didn't want to let my daughter stay there because she may be the product of a molestation. So, I took her and she came home and, the dad would get mad, which he wasn't ever taking care of her anyway. It was the grandmother, so he put a lot of things in her head that your mother stole you from me. So as she got older, she kept telling people that I stole her. And I'm like, what are you saying? Because you don't make any sense. Because if you steal a child, your ass is going to jail. Bottom line, you're going to jail.
Yeah.
So I would think that I would be locked up.
You did not kidnap your child. You were being a good mother. You were doing what you felt was best for your child in those circumstances, and I applaud you for that. Like I said, I'm not a mother yet, but given the exact same circumstances, I would have snatched my kid right out of that environment as well. So I applaud you for being, such a good mother with that one, for real.
Let me tell y'all something. She don't get down at all. Never got down like that. My best friend, me and my best friend got back in contact after a few years. We were grown or whatever. And she came to me and told me that Tristan, yes, I said Tristan, if you're watching, told her that he slept with me, my mama.
The devil is nothing but lies, man. Lies, lies, lies coming from every direction.
Oh.
All my
Liar.
sisters,
Liar.
baby, them lies. She don't get down like that.
Lies that you
Now,
tell.
he used to go with one of my oldest sisters, and they probably got down and banged a few times. But honey, you will never.
That he slept with me, my mama, all my sisters. Liar. Baby, them lies. She don't get down like that.
Lies that you tell. He used to go with one of my oldest sisters, and they probably got down and banged a few times. But honey, you will never, ever touch this, and you never touched it. Lies. That's the biggest lie I ever heard. Now everybody know Nikki don't get down like that, baby. Liar. Never. Nikki always somebody's boo. After in a relationship, make yourself look good. Yeah.
Who would lie? Or why lie? And say you slept with somebody's mama, The sisters, that's nasty. That's real nasty. His ass is wrong for that. Child, he was just trying to give credit to his stuff. That's all. Y'all know men always trying to be bragging on their male partner. Yes, okay. Oh, stink.
He tried to lie. And then, first, how you gonna put the mama in it,
He
though?
tried it.
I'm like, boy, try me
His
not.
nose behind.
But most importantly, he lied on his penis.
Right. Try me not about my poom-poom.
Like, who do that?
That's the biggest lie I ever heard. Now, I didn't get lied on much, but that was one of them.
The biggest lie. I done heard so many. Like, when you done heard so many, you don't even care no more.
I know, right? Especially when you know the truth.
Exactly. Okay, so the biggest lie I heard was, ain't nobody gonna want you and you got them children.
Lies!
I just
Lies
want to
that they
say,
tell.
You better preach.
I just want to say, James Brown Jr. was a lie. That's right. That's his name, James Brown Jr. He was a lie because she's married. She's married.
Put a ring on it.
But he said it so much at one time, I kind of did believe it because he was, you know, he was abusive, and that was his way to get me to stay. When nobody gonna want you, when nobody gonna want to do nothing but have sex with you, they're not gonna take care of your children. So in my mind, I believed that until I left him. And I started figuring out who I was and what I wanted to do in life and what I wanted to be in life and how I see myself. Damn, how everybody else sees it.
Exactly.
How I
And you
see
have
myself.
to be able to see who you are when you look in that mirror.
Exactly.
Do you like who you see?
Exactly.
Yeah, it means
I
a
do
lot.
now.
It does matter.
So once I figured out that was not true and I was cute, not only was I cute, but I was smart. Not only was I cute and smart, but I was a go-getter. Like, you know how many men want
Actually,
smart,
he
cute
made you
go-getters?
stronger.
Exactly.
He made you stronger.
Like, it was like,
If somebody else tell you that, you know it's a lie.
like why you lie? Like,
Right.
you,
Lies.
you could have
Wow.
said anything else, but I have
Imagine.
proven, I personally, being the type of person I am, being a go-getter, being I just always been motivated, and I just always been like, something happened to me or I go through something, I can just snap back from it.
Right.
Right. And you have to be, first and foremost, you have to be a self-motivator. You said the right word.
The biggest lie that I have ever heard about myself has to be that I'm worthless.
Lies!
And I was told that by an ex-boyfriend when I was a teenager, that I was worthless. And that is the biggest lie ever, because there is nobody out here in this world who is worthless. And I think that's what took me so long to really realize the woman that I am and to take control of my life and build up my self-esteem, was because I had it just like instilled in me that I wasn't worth anything. Nobody was gonna love me. No one was gonna value who I was as a woman. So I let that just soak in and really take over everything that I was for so long. But one day, the lie detector test proved that that was a lie, and I am so worthy of everything. I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of happiness, of joy, of having, you know, a life that I love and people that love me. Everyone is worthy. And I think that people who feel shitty about themselves, and, you know, when you're in those bad relationships and they talk down to you, it's because they know that you are worthy. They know that you are a good woman. They know that, and they don't want to lose that. So what do? They beat you down. They make you think that they are the only person that's going to love you, period. And that is all lies. All lies. Know your worth. And it needs to start at a really young age with these kids, with these young kids, that no one can take your worth away from you. No one can take away your value. It is something that you find within yourself. And you have to know that. That is the foundation for all self-esteem. That is the foundation for happiness. The foundation for a good life in general is a person knowing their worth, especially women, you have to know your worth. And your worth does not lie in a man who loves you. Your worth does not lie in anyone who loves you. Your worth lies within yourself. The sooner you realize that, the sooner you're gonna feel better about yourself and really be able to take control of your life and live your life out to the full potential that it has. Let me get some tea on that one.
The biggest lie that I have heard about myself is I'm mean. I'm mean. Can y'all see little old me as being mean? I'm not mean. They say that I have a look and a demeanor that just say, don't F with her. Don't F with her. However, I am the sweetest, most giving, most humblest person that you will ever meet. I mean, I'll share a meal with somebody, okay? If you hungry and I can't buy you your own meal, I'll share with you if you hungry. But that's the biggest lie that I have ever heard about myself, is that I'm mean. And basically, they're just going off of my, I guess, my resting bitch face. I guess that's what they're going off of. Because Stephanie ain't mean. I guess that resting bitch face says a lot. Stephanie ain't mean.
Actual and factual, right? The biggest lie that I was ever told actually came from my mother. And my mother had told me when I became pregnant with Jasmine that my husband that I'm married to now, that my baby father at the time, he would never marry me. I was never going to finish what I started, and I wasn't going to do shit, okay? Now, I can honestly say every time she would talk negatively towards me in regards to my marriage or my future, it was just something, some power in her words that just always made me feel like, you know what, I'm gonna have to show you better than I could tell you. And lo and behold, 4 months after I had my daughter, me and my husband, we got married. She said, okay, well, now that you married and he done joined the army, okay, he's never gonna send for you. Okay. 7 months later, he sent for me, and I moved from Florida to Hawaii. And she kept saying, you're never gonna leave. December 1st came around, and it was time to pack up my household goods, the little bit that I had, okay? Pack up my household goods, pack up my daughter, and I got my ass on that plane, and I got to Hawaii, and I was with my husband. So, to me, the person who I look up to the most is my mother. And at that phase in her life, I can honestly say that, you know, she just couldn't see nothing positive. So how could she see anything positive for me? She always felt like I would never go to college, I would never do this, I would never do that. So when you constantly have somebody feeding that type of information to you in your head, you know what? You have to have the willpower to say, you know what, I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. And honestly, my testimony is I married that man. I have 2 kids with that man. We have moved and traveled all over the world. That man loves and adores me, and that's my testimony. I have had a career that I didn't need college, a college degree to fulfill and make the type of money that I wanted to make. Basically, college turned into job experience for me, because 18-19 years of retail management experience has taught me everything that I possibly could have learned, yet I got paid to do it, okay? So that was the biggest lie that I've ever heard, and that actually came from my own mother. And I can honestly say, after 11-12 years of marriage, one day it was the most humbling experience for her to be able to come to me and say, Steph, I am really proud of the woman that you have become. I'm proud of the life that you have built for yourself. I'm proud of what you and James, you guys are a product of what real love really is. And she was like, I just hope and pray that one day I can have what you guys have. So she told me the biggest lie, but she also gave me the biggest compliment. Go figure. You know how they say people eat their words? Well, she ate them words, spit them out, and served them back on a platter to me, just in a different style.
When you don't know how to cope, and when you don't have Jesus in your life,
That's true.
it makes a huge difference. But until you get to know him, hey, it'll all fall in place.
Yeah.
You know, then you learn how to forgive. My biggest thing with that, not to cut you off, is that when you learn that, why I want Jesus to forgive me and I can't forgive
And I just learned that about a year ago, because
that's so deep.
That
is very deep.
That's been I hold them and I carry them in my spirit. I will hold a grudge for whatever seems a lifetime.
In bondage. I was in bondage, Key, for so long because I was holding on to that anger. And I can hold on to a grudge. But let me tell you something about me. If I don't like you, I don't like you. You can do something to me one time and
That's it.
that's me.
I'm through with you because I can't keep you in my circle.
I can't trust you.
I cannot trust you. And that's one of my biggest things is trust.
Yeah.
I have a trust issue and an abandonment issue. And like I said, that comes from childhood. So we have to be careful, you know, but you got to have Christ in your life. You got to.
Cheers to that one. I'll drink to that.
Y'all is preaching to the choir when you say, let somebody do something to you. Honey, all it takes is one time. One time to betray me, it's a wrap. Stephanie ain't giving out no passes, okay? And I have a forgiving heart, but God said don't be no fool. I ain't gonna be no fool for nobody. So I feel y'all on that. God's preaching to the choir. Preaching to the choir.
I think people judge you a lot on your outside appearance too.
Yeah,
because I'm a mean, rude person.
People say I'm mean, honey. Let me tell you something. Nikki don't talk to people, but if you talk to me,
I will talk to you.
I will talk to you back. I'm not mean. I just look like this.
They stereotype you.
And it all depends on if you're going to get my conversation. Because if I observe you by your conversation, by the way you carry yourself, by the way you act, if it don't feed to me right, you're not going to get no conversation anyway.
Hey, but it's the approach.
Yes.
How you don't move around with that.
So how about I was at McDonald's today? And I was getting my sausage and biscuit. Shout out to McDonald's. That's good sausage. But I was getting my sausage and biscuit today, and the dude was standing by me. He said, good morning. I said, good morning. I'm going to speak. You said, good morning. There's nothing wrong with it. Speak.
Right.
And I was cute. So give me my compliment and keep it moving. But I'm getting my food, and he stood on the side of me, 832. And before he could get the numbers out, I say, oh, I don't need it. He said, you don't need it.
You said bye. Bye.
Poof. Be gone.
First of all, your whole way you came to me was totally wrong. I'm not.
Even if I was single. Exactly. Some men's approach is just so lame.
Yes. What happened to how you doing, young lady? I think you're cute. Such and such.
That ain't true.
Why y'all ain't?
That's not true.
Don't come to me talking about what's up, little mama. Can I get the digits?
What's up, little red? Can I holler at you? Get a
That's not true. Let me tell you why that's not true. Because I met this guy, y'all, and he approached me all when I say the right way, honey, and that fool was crazy.
I'm not saying your approach don't mean you crazy. Because you could be crazy as a basic bug. I'm not saying your approach, but I'm saying in order to even get my number, and in order for me to even acknowledge who you are as a person, as an individual standing before me, before you, that right there, see that 832 didn't even give him a chance to even think about touching the elastic on the draw.
You shut that down
quick. Y'all talking about these lame ass men and their approaches, and you guys are absolutely right. I mean, first of all, respect the bling, respect the diamond, respect the ring. Damn it, respect me, okay? If you ask me, you know, are you married, and I tell you yes, and next question, your follow-up question is, are you happily married? Yeah, I am. Okay, well, can I still like get your number? Look, Negro.
Cheers to that one. I'll drink to that.
I just said, I'm married. Did you not get? Do you need me to tell you that my husband is crazy? He will go crazy. He will get crazy with you. And he is about it, okay? And I'm about that life too. Don't disrespect me. I mean, it's one thing to give a woman a compliment, but some men just don't know how to let that shit go, okay? They just don't know. So you know what? Y'all, I could talk to anybody too, and that's one thing my kids probably get tired of about me, that when we're out in public, people will start a conversation up with me and I can talk, I can go. However, if I feel like you trying to go left with me, I'm going to cut the conversation off. And at that time, I may become very mean. I may be rude because you just done took me there. So it's time to just abandon this conversation and exit stage left.
Cause your approach is wrong.
Yeah.
Don't blow your horn at me. Don't be like, say what's up, little mama, let me holler at you, or say, little mama, you look good.
Yeah, and my thing is,
got all this psst and all this shorty and all of this don't let cat calling. Y'all get a life. Get better. 9 times out of 10, the reason y'all don't have a woman is probably because of that shit right there. All the cat calling, kill it. Kill it. Okay? First of all, I am too grown in the game to be messing around with little boys. And 9 times out of 10, that's where that mess is coming from. This little younger generation. This younger generation needs to be put on game. Okay? That is not how you approach a lady. And honey, ain't nothing wrong with chivalry. Okay? Chivalry still lives. Ask your mama to teach you something. Key, did you say that don't even touch? You can't even touch the elastic on the panties? Girl, you just killed me with that one right there. You just killed me.
come on, give me some of that. Would you do that to a white? Would you do that to a white woman?
Some of what?
No.
What's
Fist pump. Fist pump. Get Negro, please.
Don't you do that?
Oh Lord.
Fist
Okay.
pump.
We all out.